Hello everyone, it's Tammy from Cuddly Cute Designs. Today I want to show you how you can have your silhouette machine draw the eyelashes and the smile right onto your paper piecings. But before I begin, let's just go over a few things. First, please reference your machine's requirements for using pens and whether you'll need a pen adapter or not. And also, when resizing, don't make it too small or the lines will become blurry. Just do some practice runs so you know what works best for your project. And the pen I'm using is the Pigma Micron size 1. I will have a link to the pen adapter and pen I'm using down in the description. Now, depending on the version of Silhouette Studio you are using, will decide whether you can use the SVG file or the DXF file. If you have the basic edition, you'll need to upload the DXF file. If you have a designer edition or higher, you can use the SVG file. Files are located in the Draw and Cut folder, along with a PDF sketch and cut guide that you can use for reference. Here I have the SVG file uploaded, and as you can see, it comes in fully colored. Over here, I have the DXF file uploaded, and as you can see, it does not come in with any color, it's just lines. And these two lines here underneath the eyelashes, these are just guides to help you place the eyes when you're paper piecing. You won't see them after you've finished the paper piecing. They'll be hidden. Now we need to make the lines to be sketched a different color than the lines to be cut. On this SVG file, I'm going to select the eyelashes and the smile. I'm going to go up here to the line color and select a line color. I'll just use this really dark red here. And now my sketch lines are red and my cut lines will be black. If using the DXF file, you can do the same thing. Now here in this example, I do have the eyelashes on one piece and a smile on another piece. You can select the eyelashes, and with the DXF file, if you select one line to be sketched, it will select all the lines, and that's because it comes in as a compound path. We'll go ahead and change the color to that red color. And now you can also add color to the shapes by going over to the fill color panel here and selecting a color. I'll do that with the muzzle as well. If you wanted to say, let's move the muzzle down here and keep the face up here, if I were to select the muzzle and the smile and move it, you see the eyelashes come with it. And that's because they are like connected together. To resolve that, you can select the sketch lines, right click, and release compound path, and that will separate all the little lines. Now we can select all the lines for the eyelashes, remove the selection of the face, and so we just have those selected, and then right click, make compound, and that will group them all together. Do the same to the smile. And now you can group them together. So if you were to move it around, the sketch lines will also be with the shape. Now, after you've done all this work, you can go up and save this by going to File, Save As, Save to Hard Drive, and save it as a studio file. I would save it in the DXF file folder along with the DXF files so that the next time you want to use this file and do the sketch and cut, you can actually upload the studio file and your line colors will be the different colors and your fill colors will also be already there. You won't have to redo all this. So now that we've established what our sketch lines are and our cut lines are as far as color, we can go ahead and go to the sun panel. And you'll want to find this icon here, and that will bring you to the cut by line color. If you're using an older version, you might need to select one of the tabs that are showing, and you'll see one that's labeled line. Click that and you'll see something very similar to this. Now here you'll see the red and the black, which are my two line colors that I have for this project. Now I know my black lines are my cut lines and the red lines are my sketch lines. And I want to have my sketch lines first and my cut lines second. So I'm going to just click and drag so that the red is on top. Now I'll tell this under actions to be sketch for the red, and the tool, I'll select the pen holder. For my cut lines, the black lines, I'll select cut for action and the blade that I have in my machine. Now from here, you have two options. You can add a pause in between sketching and cutting by right-clicking on the top line here and click Add Pause. And what that does is after the machine is done sketching, it will pause to allow you to swap your pen out with your blade and then go back to the program and click Resume, and then it will then cut. I like the other option, using this on-off section here, which will turn your cut lines or sketch lines on or off. If you click on the box, it will remove the check mark, and that means it turned off your cut lines. Now, if I were to hit send, this will have the machine only sketch the red lines. And then when it's done sketching, it will stop, but do not unload your mat. Keep your mat loaded exactly where it is. You can then switch out your pen with your blade, come back to the program, turn your cut lines back on, and turn off your sketch lines, and click send again, and it will then cut. So now let's go over to the machine and see it in action and the final product.